James. I don't care what stars they give you. You're a five-star. You've been a five-star. I received much positive. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
Nah.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you played?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
Man. He was gonna give us the damn hood.
That's why I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how this don't work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
Guess what's
Because
up?
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him to
Yeah.
get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, then you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
No, they didn't touch you. Like,
Yeah, like they did.
explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for a long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? Big time players step up in big game. All the criticizing and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
All right, man. Y'all let us know when y'all from in the comment section. It's a Wednesday, so I know it's gonna be a slow start. A slow start on Wednesdays. I already know this, so let us know where y'all from in the comment section. We're gonna get this thing popping. We got my guy Josh from Generation Nexxt coming here, man. Josh gonna get deep on y'all. Real smart guy. Works with Generation Nexxt. Works with a lot of people, man. He gonna come in here. We're gonna talk about everything from what happened in Texas to kids marketing themselves, NIL, whatever. So hit the like button for us, share for us. We understand it's a slow morning. I think the team had practice today, but we didn't have access today. We're gonna let a couple people file in here, man. Let us know where y'all from in the comment section. I love to see all these different places that everybody tune in and watch from. Kind of amazing to me, dog. To be honest with you, knowing where we started from. Let's see. We got the space tonight. We got a space tonight, 7:30, man. We got a space tonight. So y'all make sure y'all check us out on the space on Twitter. On the Twitter space tonight. As we wait for people to file in here, man. I'm gonna get this thing fired up for a little bit, man. We know y'all like to. Get this thing popping a little bit, man. Just a little bit.
There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches. And it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
All right, run that back one more time, man. Get y'all fired up, man. Get the blood flowing in this
Please
thing.
know this. All in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
All right, man, one more time. Meanwhile, one more time, we're going to break the thing down. Let me get 2 thumbs up. If I get 2 thumbs up, we're going to run that thing back one more time, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the alert bell. That's all the free stuff. Give me 2 thumbs up. We're going to run that thing back one more time. Maybe 2 more times. As we let everybody file in here. Run it.
Please know this. All in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
That's just because. All right, man, we here with Coach.
Please know this, all in is all in. There's no in between. There's nothing. And that's what it's going to take from all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
That's just because. All right, man, we here with Coach O, man, about here. All right, man, what's going on, man? I'm D. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. I can see me on the screen, huh? Let me see if I can get me off the screen. How did I get me off the screen? Bam. Maybe y'all still can see me. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. 786-405-9499. You want to get down with IOD squad. 786-405-999. You want to get down with IOD squad. Shout out to Ed, the best tasting energy drink on the planet. So a couple things, man. Get a couple things out of the way. We're gonna bring my boy Josh in here in a second. Talk to talk about a few things. Let me see where y'all from. Man, come on. Jamal Williams say, man, come on. Thumbs up, everybody. 2 more times. Restrepo might be the real deal. Jamal, what you want to talk about? You in the rush? You want to talk about something, Jamal? What it is you want to talk about, Jamal? Jamal talking about, man, come on. Jamal ready to talk. So 786-405-9499, man. That's invest or die. If you're new in here, that's what we talk about: stocks, crypto. We trade every day. We're in the Apple Play right now. We do options. We just wanted to. We run fast enough. We jump high enough. I realized that we was leading people down the path, and even when they get there or their career's over, we have no clue what to do with money. So I started talking about finances, stocks, and crypto, investing along with the football, because I think we football ourselves to death. We good at football. We're killing it in South Florida. We're great at football. We got to get better at managing our money and understanding marketing and branding. The guy I'm gonna bring in here in a little bit, he understands all that. He looked like he's 18 years old, but he got the mind of an 83-year-old. Gonna bring him in here in a second. So listen, somebody said 2 more times. Well, you want to see it 2 more times? We'll run it back now. Y'all want to see it 2 more times? We'll run it back now.
From all of us. We're going to be surrounded by the best coaches, and it's time to go to work. Guys, we are Miami. We are the U. But the moment you put on that uniform and you play and you invest the world into that, it's different. It's different. We got to bring it in tight, and we got to bring it. Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. Because everything is here. I believe I owe it to anyone that wears that U.
That's just because. That I fell asleep on. Nah, bro, I'm here, man. Somebody said they wanted to hear it again, so we had to run it back one more time. Let me see. Is it safe to say Citizen is out for the season? 7-5 say he need a job. 7-5, what are you good at doing? Big Dog say he need a job. What are you good at doing, 7-5? You got to give me some skill sets, big homie. What is it you know how to do, 7-5? Help your boy out. Change oil, wash cars, scrub keyboards. What do you know how to do, big homie, huh? Please help your boy out. Yeah, Citizen's down, bro. The freshman running back that we was all ranting and raving about looked like the Hulk. He's down. He's down. But it's part of the game, and I didn't expect anybody to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we expect the Citizen to play a lot this year. It's just a setback. I mean, same setback Cheney. Rooster had a setback too last year. They all done had setbacks, right? To be honest with you. So yeah, it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game, and it's something you have to deal with. Nobody likes to see it happen, but that is what it is. I think Horton will be back soon. I think his was minor, not as egregious as Citizen. And they were so healthy too, man. That's the crazy part about it. It was so healthy. So I think my boy Josh in the back. Ready, man. I'm gonna bring him in here. Josh, you ready, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How y'all doing?
What's good, man? Just
good.
Josh from Generation Nexxt. I mean, but Josh is a entrepreneur himself. What would you call yourself, Josh?
Man, I would definitely call myself an entrepreneur. As far as a serial entrepreneur at that, it's like you can't help but want to build. So a lot of times it's I help other people build what they got going on because you just want to help, man. You want to put yourself in a place like you said, giving out your talents and what you're good at, and I'm not good at everything, and what I'm good at, I try to stick to it and try to expand that and kind of bring that to everybody. So as far as coding and graphic design and marketing and branding, that's my thing, that's my area. I work a lot with. Now I brought that from the company aspect, dealing with different companies and different things. Now I'm dealing directly with the athletes, teaching them how to market themselves. Mm-hmm. And doing that stuff properly so they can, position themselves in the right realm.
So right off the back, do you think NIL is good for college football or bad?
I think it's for college football. I don't care much. I think it's great for college football as a whole to replace the NFL. I think the college football will get a lot more attention. So yeah, It's great for college football in aspect, but it's amazing for the kids.
Ask that question. Ask that question. I asked it dead ass wrong. You're right. Do you think NIL is good for the kids or bad for the kids?
It's great for the kids. It's amazing for the kids because they able to have a product that they've been had, but now they understand how to master that product at an earlier time. You feel me? Because your NIL deal, your date for that signing date is now way more important. That's your payday. That's draft day. That's the day that you're going to turn in that capital. That's the day that you're going to profit if you position yourself properly. If you're going in with no value and you're going in, hey, like I'm going to get here and I'm going to develop value over time, then you kind of in the wrong place. You want to come in with value. I'm worth X amount and this is my goal. Can you help me reach it and how? That should be your negotiation. It shouldn't be a recruitment. I feel like in the future, where the kids understand that negotiation terms, then they market themselves differently. Because we all know, man, in college, all the facilities and stuff, that's not for you. That's for everybody else. You're not gonna use that stuff. You're gonna use that pool maybe 6 times in 4 years. You're gonna use that stuff. You're gonna really utilize the pool table, the ping pong table. 9 times in 4 years, maybe. When y'all sitting there waiting for something else to be going down, you lucky in that spot in a line waiting to take pictures or something.
Right.
You're really never gonna use those facilities that they screaming that they spending that money on. That's what's the lure before. You know, that was the lure. Like, hey, we get these nice jerseys in these great facilities. Your house used to live in a house that with 1 bedroom. Come over here, you get your own room. Like, we out of that. You know, we out of that.
We done with that, right?
Yeah, we out of that.
My thing is, I started saying that, listen, bro, these kids have value before. We don't need them to validate us. We don't need them to validate us and say, hey, you don't get value until you do well in college football. You have value before then, because anything else that somebody is good at as a kid, they get paid for it, or at least they become famous for it because of the value. We have seen kids across the nation that are stars. We can name them over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that kid doesn't have value at that time. It's just that we don't. Yeah, go talk to me.
No, go ahead. See, it's that moment, right? We all, even me, even myself, probably you. I don't know your background as far as playing sports, my thing, but I know everybody had their moment, right? It was a moment in time where I had about 6 football jerseys out. I gave to all the girls, and I had to ask Coach, I lost mine, and Coach held to buy me a new one. And they would all buy that stuff from Russell. Had I understood the game, I would have created a logo, created a buffer, and sold them girls my shirts with my logo on it. They'll be fighting the same way. They would have had the same. I would have had the same allure. I would have had the same value at that moment. But I'm turning in that value into a profit at that moment because I know that I'm not gonna keep that value forever. It's the moment that I don't go to the college that people think I'm gonna go to. The moment I don't prove or show my worth, that's the moment I lose a fan. So until that moment, they're gonna pay me. They're gonna pay stuff, they're gonna buy stuff, they'll buy merch, they'll come where I am, they'll do, but only in that moment. You can't recapture that moment. That's why old NFL players coming to me now, and I'm like, bro, you just gotta start from the bottom. These kids don't know you. They don't know who you is. They gotta watch YouTube videos. So now you gotta make your old YouTube videos hot. Like you gotta go edit them, get an editor, and research your old videos and make it, do a comparison, put you against a young kid so they can see you now. You know, you got to put yourself on a new market. But some of these guys, they think that, hey, I used to play in the NFL. Let me do some camp. No, you lost your moment.
That wave gone. They ain't Googling your name no more.
Yeah, it's kids right now in high school, in middle school, and elementary school who in their moment right now who can make more than a former NFL guy, you know, because nobody know him. But they all know the kid. So we are talking about turning in its value. That's why I started Brandsational, to give kids opportunity to become models and influencers so they can turn in that value right now. They ain't got to wait. Why wait? Just go put your hand up.
Because, I mean, it's like they're always looking for validation. And even the parents, the main thing is the parents don't understand it. And if the parents don't understand it, it can't get passed to the kids. So if the kids are chasing this goal, this dream that, oh, I got to get a scholarship and this, that, and that, and you're not looking at it from a standpoint of 3,000 people coming out to watch your kid run the ball at 9 o'clock every Saturday. What could you do with that? Like, what could you do with that? And it's like, you can do a lot with it. And we all already know. Yeah, we all act as if Nike didn't start in the room with a dude drawing a swoosh, or a dude drawing, or Under Armour didn't start in the room with a guy creating an X, or Google, when the motherfuckers put the paper across the table and said, we're going to name it Google. Everybody looked at him and said, what the fuck? We're going to do what? It all starts with nothing. Some of these kids are even starting with something and won't create the thing.
No, they all have something. Yep.
Right. Google was nothing. Like it was nothing. It was an idea, and then it became a household word. I mean, so listen. So with these kids, right, in the NIL, in certain states they can get paid, in certain states they can't get paid.
We're not talking. Yeah. We're not talking NIL. See, people think NIL is name, image, and likeness, like name, comma, image, and comma, likeness, like it's all together. No, it's really name, period, image, period, likeness, period. Right.
Okay,
So now
explain.
all these things are separate. Now, as a marketer, as an advertiser, hell yeah, I want all of it. Give me all your name, image, and likeness, so I can market. I can have strong advertisements. I can put up a good billboard, and I can people show people, look, this is 5-star running back from X high school, because that gives my advertisement power. I'm now attached to the high school. I'm attached to anybody who know football. I'm attached to this kid. People not looking at this ad and like, oh, that dude look familiar, but I can't place him. No, you place him. You know exactly who that is. So we
Right.
got a stronger ad. Now, if we can't include that stuff, that's a different element, right? So now we
Right.
can't include his name, but we only can use his image. Use him as a model, his image. That's fine. Or we can just use his likeness. Somebody who look like you, put your jersey on. But now we talking your likeness on a football field. We don't want to use that either. We just want to deal in the image. You know,
Right.
so as long as we just deal in our image, we can make money as a model or influencer, sell our merch and do our stuff as influencer. We don't have to, just like we can work at McDonald's and at 14 and make peanuts, you know, and then
That's
they
okay.
come in and take your picture. If you sign on the dotted line, if they come in and take your picture, they can put you on a billboard and make $1 million off your picture, with you making minimum wage. Now, if you do the opposite, you come in as a model and they pay you 11K for the shoot, they just gonna it's all the same money. It's all in marketing and advertisement. They just got to do it somehow,
Long
you
as
know.
long
So
as long as you just use the image.
position yourself, just position yourself, you
Is it
know,
like that in every
and
state?
it's every state, because it's like that nationwide, because
Okay.
kids can work. Every state got a clause. Like even model, like my son, 5 years old, right? He
Mm-hmm.
model under because he's 5 and he can't do it by himself. Just like for Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, anybody else, it's a child model. Then I got to be a power of attorney. I got to make sure I'm in control of all that decision making process.
Right.
But that's just for him until he becomes 14. At 14, in the state of Florida, he can now control his own stuff. He can
Right.
have his own LLC. He can do his own thing. He don't have to have me.
Right.
Now, of course, he gonna need me, and we
Right.
gonna continue to work together. But that's a lot of parents. I think a lot of parents just don't have. They like you said, they don't have the tool. They don't have the skill to help the child reach a certain thing. You know, like I want to help my child market, but I don't know how to market shit because I sweep floors. You know, I work at the warehouse. I do this. So, you
Right.
know, those people, they don't know how to do the stuff. And I don't blame somebody like I don't know how to do a lot of stuff that they do, you know, so they just got to learn. So we got to create avenues for people to learn, because you don't want to profit off their ignorance. Not me. Well,
Some people do. I
I'd
think it's
rather
yeah. Go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. Now you go ahead.
I think it starts. I think it starts with understanding that there's value there. That understanding that there's okay. Listen, bro, you're holding something that has value. You have to stand up and make it what it is. You got to blow the balloon up. The balloon is just a balloon if you just let it sit on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get up and blow the balloon up. So listen, man. Recently in Texas, man, a father was shot dead. Right? You made a real long post about it because you've dealt with tournaments across
Both
the
coaches.
nation. Yeah, and you've dealt with tournaments across the nation, so you've dealt with both of those coaches, the one that got shot dead and the Talib and his brother who runs the Yellow Jackets, right?
No, it's North Dallas United, but they
Nope.
got a facility called D1 Plus. We work through them for a few different things.
Okay, so you made a post about that. Talk to us about it. You were saying it's not youth football. Why are we not blaming the people? You know what I'm saying?
It's I think blaming youth football and blaming the people and the way we is about it and the way we go about it. Like our people, you know, we braggadocious, we do different stuff, we make stuff. That's how we make cool in the world. Like you shun this part of it, but when we do it in other aspects, it's like seen as a great thing, but it's the same skill. The skill set is take something that's nothing and make it hot, make it fun and attractive for everybody want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
That's the skill that we possess as a people, and we use that skill in every market. A lot of people profit off that skill more than us, but we use that now. With that same skill gonna come the good and the bad, right? So now you're gonna have people going overboard because they too involved, they too it's too popular, it's too much, you know, it's too much to win, too much to gain. So, but I think that a lot of people misunderstand the people aspect of it. Like, look, it's individuals, we still have to conduct ourselves in a certain way. And if we have flare-ups all the time, like, you know it.
Yeah.
I've even had flare-ups because of what I said on camera about somebody, a coach wearing slides and him having a gout. Nigga, I ain't got no gout. He want to fight now. I'm like, whoa. We can calm this down, you know. But at the same time, you got to be like that. If I say, no, you do got the gout, and we ran at it, we can go head to head, high head to high head, and take it as far as we want to take it. So
Right.
it's just in the youth football realm, we've seen those flare-ups, but we also seen those things get dialed down really quickly because of the culture and everybody around. So, but some people, you run into head on head where it's too hard. I mean, too hard heads, man. Somebody gonna get hit. Somebody gonna hurt. So you got somebody swinging a stick at somebody that can possibly kill them, and the other person is always elevation, right? So you're gonna have one person, you punch me, I'm gonna stab you. Right. But some people, you punch me, I'm gonna block myself, and I'm gonna ask you what the hell going on. Now it's a lot of people like that. Right. But the people that's gonna stab you after you punch him. Now what if you swung some sharp at him and he had a gun on him? He might be the same type of person that'll shoot you. Now that's an individual. They ain't got nothing to do with football, nothing to do with the sport, nothing to do with the atmosphere. It got everything to do with these two individuals taking stuff to next level on the next level on the next level.
Right. Taking stuff too far. You dealt with both of these guys' teams firsthand?
Yes. Well, with North Dallas, I dealt with them directly because I got a nephew played for them. He played up there with them, and they went to Pinnacle last year and won. And they was all in my inbox trying to get them in, but I was like, nah, they took too many losses around, you know, the season and stuff. So they have to regain that this year. And this year they was like, I want to come to preseason. I'm like, all right, but you got to crawl for your walk. Like, got to beat somebody before you can come out here. You know, you got to do something. You can't just come out here and say, I'm going to beat you there. You know, so we're like, I told them go get their work. And so they went and found a smaller tournament, I guess. But anyway, you have other teams around like DEA. Now you, Coach Mike, tough, got a great team, great organization. His kids, extremely talented, super fast. So those kids, man, that team, they needed a place to start. They don't have no name right now. They ain't beat nobody either. You know, they haven't done anything. So they got to do something first. So they was there to do something. And a lot of people, you know, those not top teams. So we not even talk about rankings. We not talk about betting because Talib got money. So it ain't about the money and it ain't about the ranking because neither one of these teams rank. Right. So they just plan to build up to that. Right. I mean, so now it's on the man. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, I've been around a while, man. I heard Talib and them guys were tough guys. The tough guys are portrayed to be tough guys, or or walked around tough guy. Even when you wrote on Facebook, you said you had seen them throw liquor bottles at people.
Yeah, where's that Process All-American game? My boy was in the parking lot. Shante Nettles and a couple other coaches out there. But he had a liquor bottle, and one of the parents walked by. He should be drinking that alcohol. And, you know, quick with it, and just as quick as it happened, you know, I guess the bottle's almost finished or whatever. But he tossed it at Buddy, and Buddy could have picked it up and went extra, you know? Right. And took it to a next level. But at the end of the day, he didn't do that. He kind of walked it off, and everything went back to everything. But you never know, man. I would like to get Torrey Cox on here at some point, man, find out his story about Talib and what happened in that car.
I'm trying to get him on here. I know we was talking, man. We heard that Torrey Cox had an issue with it, but Talib had his own issues, issues in the NFL and stuff, bro. I mean, it's just, listen, Josh, we've been at atmospheres in South Florida where it's 5,000, 6,000 people out there, no ropes around it. Everybody standing around the football field. It's ruckus. You may have strong arm going at it, or it may be Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes. Nobody gets shot, bro. I'm here to tell you, nobody's getting shot. No, I don't even remember fights sometimes. No, I don't remember any fights. It's just a football atmosphere. And and how it is in South Florida. Not saying
I just got maced at Fort Lauderdale at St. Thomas Aquinas, so I don't know what happened with that. Somebody about to come clean. Somebody about to come clean. Cause
you was there with Carter.
Yeah, I was right there. I was in the crowd because I was shooting from the crowd. I was like, man, I don't like being on the sideline. Everybody got the same footage if I'm on the sideline right next to Panther or right next to anybody. So I was like, let me get up in the crowd. Let me get some of the voices of the crowd. Let me get that atmosphere. I want to hear the people. But I wish I didn't.
They maced the crowd, dog.
Man, they maced the crowd. They were talking crazy. I had to mute my mic a couple times. I was like, bro, they talking about
Ely and Cardinal Gibbons, right?
It was Little League. It was Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes.
Yeah, you talking about 2 weeks ago.
Plantation? Yeah, right now, this year. This preseason.
2 weeks ago, yeah. I was
there. A few weeks ago,
I left right before that last game, the one that they.
You was on the field. I saw you out on the field. Yeah, I was up in the stands, and that went down. But even there, right? You hear all the gambling, right? You hear the gambling, you see the gambling, you watching it play out. But that's not where they shooting at. Those people got respect.
Right.
Ain't nobody look. How many times you been to Vegas? I've been to Vegas at least in the last 2 years, maybe like 6 times. Every time I ain't never seen nobody mad in Vegas want to shoot up Vegas because they lost their money. They mad outside kicking bottles and rocks and throwing stuff, slapping their girlfriend, but they ain't fighting Vegas. Because they know they lost. So at the end of the day, when you lose a bet, bro, like people gamble all the time. I've gambled not on the kids, but I've gambled in maybe on other stuff around the kids, but
around the kid. You got the coin toss.
Yeah, you feel me? Futures type stuff, you know.
What's going on?
If the ref gonna fall down, if his shirt gonna get untucked, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, it don't get to that point because you ain't out there for that. If you doing that, and you understand the risk when you going about it. Like them people, they got kids out there too. Like they ain't out there like that. It's a hot head running into a hot head, and a hot head ain't gonna really be out there to lose his money like that. He gonna be out there to do that. So it's a certain group of people that's gonna even indulge in the gambling, people that can do it, you know, people that can take a loss and take a win at the same time. It ain't gonna be a random hothead who like randomly come see a billboard. Oh, let me put $10 and lose it, and then he feel like he got cheated. Like, no, it ain't gonna be him.
Right.
You know, and it ain't gonna be none of the coaches directly. You know, it ain't gonna be none of the spectators. It's gonna be uncles and around the team type stuff.
Right. Tell me this: where do you see this going? The money is getting closer and closer to high school football, right? Have you thought about it? Like, where do you see it going in 5 or 10 years when it comes to marketing and agents in high school footballs? And I know they're reaching out to the high schools already and kids being able to make money. Like, what do you envision it looking like 10 years from now?
Well, I would hope, right? In 10 years, right, hopefully we able to put a stronghold on these NFL and get these kids an option, right? Give them the chance to say, look, I've been making money from 8 years old. I've learned how to market myself at 8 years old. Mm-hmm. So we want to, in 10 years, you can take an 8-year-old to 18, right? So by the time an 8-year-old now, like Roderick Lewis out of Miami Gardens, Ravens, 9U. He's right now future 5-star, a 5-star kid, the only kid that age at that 5-star level. That stuff gonna feed into on 3, and his value is gonna increase like dramatically, right? So by the time he's in high school, if he's able to keep that same level, like we've seen with Dalvin Cooks and James Cooks and other kids, Naquan, if he keeps that same level of play and keep his head and shoulders above everybody else, by the time he's in high school, you trust that product, and he's $1 million man walking into a college negotiation, walking in with $1 million coming in, right? That mean I'm already valued at $1 million. That means you got to give me $1 million when I walk through the door. So here's my goal. I want to reach 12 or 15 or 20. That ain't crazy, right? Because they got the money. We know they got the money because we've seen it, right? Instead of buying another, we seen the $30 million yachts. We seen the stuff that they buy, that these alumni buy. They buy $30 million yachts. Instead of buying a $30 million yacht, he gonna buy a $15 million yacht or something similar. He gonna give 30 million to his collective, to this college collective, and they're gonna have 100. Most of those collectives have 100 million plus in their accounts. That's 100 million plus for the athletes. That means they got it. Every year they got it. And then if they do it properly, they can give you half of it, put the other half in aggressive, accounts to where we now invest in, like you understand. Now we invest half of that bread in you when you come on campus. In 4 years, we cash you out.
Yeah. They do have it. They have it to play with. You made a lot of posts, bro. I read. I just ain't say nothing. That other post you made about these guys who own these companies, Kmart. You know what I'm saying? They own these companies, pay minimum wage to the
yeah, bro. Yeah. And they're gonna continue to pay you minimum wage because that ain't where they fun at. They have fun at alumni functions. They have fun when they go to their college and they walk the halls and they the man. That's where they fun at. So where you spend your money as your fun, that your time of the year, bro. They best time of the year is that. So this is what they do for football season. They at around the college, they flying in, they get in there and they spending big bread, right? They in the top, they walk around, they meeting all the players, everybody know him, whatever. You know him, you know them, right? That group of people, that's the alumni group. And it's more that's on the board and got more bread. And they want to be. And they got position with each other. So one person might give 10, the other gonna give 20 just to show he got it too. You know, just like NFL, like we talking about a different dynamic. These people, this they fun money. It's going to our kids now. So we can't be mad about that because instead of buying a new Ferrari that came out, he gonna buy an athlete.
Right.
You know, so I'll take that. It's an investment to his college so he can say, yeah, I bought all the players here. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I'm the oil man. Texas A&M is that's what they do. Like, bro, I'm the oil man. I got him, man. Don't worry about it. Like, I gotta get all y'all the players. If that's what it is. Because business, we want to win in the market, bro. Like, businesses don't want to lose. And they not good. Like, they give their businesses to their sons and daughters. So their sons and daughters not the best at business. They just was happen to be positioned properly. So they not good at it.
Right.
So if our kids are good at it, right? If our kids are good at business and they learn it from 8 years old to 18, and then they hit their next payday, or they big payday at 18, they go to college, walk into $1 million, they make 20, 30 million by the time they leave. And then at $30 million, what reason you got to go play in the NFL when you can now build up? You probably making more from your business. You probably sell hats or t-shirts or something to all the kids already. You know, and those are people that's gonna win in business, and they the ones gonna own the politicians. They the ones gonna create change in the world. So if you sell hats, little homie, what you want to do is you gotta teach the kids. Look, if you sell hats, then what you do? You gotta buy. You gotta make sure all the people, everybody at the streets buying your hats, and then you gotta buy the politician to keep them people on the streets. Right. So instead of telling the politician, look, lock everybody up because I own prisons. No, I sell hats. I sell these beast-ass hats to these kids, and they love it. And I need them on the street buying hats. You'll have more money. Yeah, you'll have more money than the dude who owned the prison. You'll have more money than him because he ain't selling hats every day like you selling. Now you also do the next level of that is to buy new polymer, right? I know people that's building new polymers that just basically melt in a year, right? So they'll melt in a year, and the kid got to buy a new hat every year or every 6 months. You feel me? So you got to make that legal, though. You got to make that legal. So now you got to talk to the politician to say, hey, look, I need you to make this polymer legal in my state. Once it's legal, now you can make your hats out of that. The hats fall apart in a year and a half or 6 months, and kid got to buy a new one. Keep your money going.
Fall apart, dog? The hat just fall apart.
Not fall apart. It start to flake up. You don't want no garbage. You don't want no shit. You want your shit pristine all the time. We know how our people is. You want it always clean. So if it stay clean too long, that I'm losing money. I need you to buy a new one. So I need that to go from hard, real sturdy to a little soft, a little unsturdy in 3 months, 6 months. So you got to get another one, even if it's the same exact color.
Right. Listen to me. Who's the best? Who's the best? Y'all listen. We're talking to Josh from Generation Nexxt. But Josh, he's worked with 247 Sports. He worked with On 3. He write code. He helped create the new ketchup. Man, do a lot of stuff, man. The man
don't make no ketchup. Don't make no ketchup, man.
The man do a lot of stuff. Tell me this. Let's talk a little football. Who's the best youth football player you ever saw in person?
Best youth football player I've ever saw.
Person, yeah.
Me personally, because I ain't been on the scene as long as some of the other people. But I would definitely say like I say James is one of the best ones I've seen up close and personal.
James
Cook.
James Cook. Okay.
Yes. Just for versatility wise, I love the way what he did, what he was able to do, and how he was able to do it from every position.
Right. James Cook. I'm asking you that question. I don't know if I could even answer that question myself. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
It's been a lot of them. Right now, name a kid that's going to go into high school. I'm gonna give you a chance to think about it. That you think?
Nah, I ain't need no chance to think about it when it comes to the youth kids going in high school. What you talking about?
It's gonna be really, really good. Name a kid that's going into high school that's going to be really, really good, coming out of anywhere.
Anywhere right now, you got coming in Kane Archer, one of the best ones. I actually was able to be with him day to day and watch his progression. That's shorty already on point. He's not starting right now for his high school, but he's gonna play a lot because they're gonna blow everybody out. So he's gonna be one of the kids that have a quarterback. He's gonna have a ton of film as a freshman because he's gonna play a lot.
Where's he? Where's Kane Archer at now? What school he go to?
He's in Greenwood, Arkansas, right? He had opportunity to go to IMG and other schools like that, but he chose to stay home in a small market. That's important to know for a lot of y'all because his dad, the only reason you stay in a small market with your kid is if you're trying to expand other ventures, you know. So you don't want to go into a saturated market. You can come to Cali, you can go to Cali or go to DMV or go to IMG, but then his market gonna drop because he's not the biggest name in the place. So his daddy trying to build up his brand and raising Kane and all that stuff. We got to think different. We can't go out chasing shit. You got to stay home and become the hero.
Right. So Kane Archer is good as advertised. He for a quarterback to be that good at that age, that means his dad hadn't invested a lot of money in him, right?
Not really. See, a lot of times, a lot of people think that. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of these kids one of one, man. A lot of these kids, you see them and you don't know how they got like that. They don't know how they got like that. They born almost that. They bigger, faster, stronger than everybody around them. Like they just special. You know, these kids are special, and that's what I'm trying to figure out with the future 5-star stuff. Like, if we able to track these kids like Roderick. If he's from as the moment we seen this kid, he was special, right? Head and shoulders above everybody else. Right. If he stay that way, then we know it's the kid. It's not nothing you put in him. He was already like that.
Right.
You feel me? So we want to be able to, my thing is, I see these kids and like they freak athletes. The ones that make it to the league, they freak athletes or they got a freak athlete, they got a freak work ethic. You feel me? That everybody don't possess.
Right.
Freak, and they close to that freak athlete. Like in some point, they close to that freakish. But a lot of times, man, you can't really coach it. Like you don't know who gonna be born like that.
So you saying
like,
a lot of them born with it? You saying a lot of them?
Yeah, I think a lot of them born with it in the way that we just. It's like anything, right? If you born fast, you can't make a slow kid fast, can you?
Not fast, no.
No, you won't make. I know for a fact you can't make a slow kid fast because we done tried it. We done tried it. But you slow, what you got? You got to do something. And he ain't doing, ain't nothing he can do. You just slow. And some people just fast. They wake up fast. They just like, they naturally fast. So those things, just like jumping, ain't no bone a specific thing I can say like, you work this out and you're going to be able to jump high. Nah, jumping is a little bit different. It's almost an explosion, you know? So it's how fast your brain tell your muscles to jump and all that happen at the same time. You know, if that all happen at the same time, then you can go higher. But how do you dictate that? Nobody knows. Same with speed, nobody knows. So you got to now do other things. You know, scientifically, we haven't figured it out.
So talk to me, but no, let's get a little deeper into that. So you don't think it's different with the quarterback position and how they want you to play quarterback? You don't think it's different?
No, I think with the quarterback position, like that's why it's so hard to scout. Because you got quarterbacks, you can't scout their mind. You can only scout what they do on the field. Just like any position. It's easier to scout a cornerback what he do on the field, an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, a wide receiver. But a quarterback, it's hard to dictate if he thinking for himself or somebody told him to throw that ball right there. and he ain't really looking at the read or the drop or nothing like that. So the next level of that is him having to read that at the next level at a different speed. So you're going from one speed and having one set of rules to a whole nother speed and having a whole different set of rules to live by. Are you going to be able to adapt? Then you go to the NFL and you add a whole nother speed and a whole nother set of rules to adapt to, because in college they coddle you a little bit too at quarterback. They want to win games and they don't have the time to do it like that. So they coddle you a little bit.
No, that makes sense. Tiger Dickinson. Tiger played for Miami Northwest. You know Tiger, right?
Yeah, I love Tiger.
Led Florida in passing. We know Tiger's been special ever since he was at Gwen Cherry. Tiger isn't getting recruited like people think he should. How do you feel about that? You think colleges are still behind on the way they're looking at quarterbacks? You think they still got some BS going on? How you feel about that?
I think to be honest with y'all, a lot of people may not take this perspective, but I truly believe that Tiger recruitment is right where it kind of could be or should be, only in the sense of, look, he's gonna get the offers. He's gonna get the offer of somebody who really see the value in what he's doing. And a kid like Tiger, he's gonna need. He don't need to be at no big school where he competing for a job with other politics going on. You feel me? The alumni want the taller kid. Any mistake he make at another school level is gonna be magnified. You know.
Okay.
Right. And I think by him being in a situation where we know he been that guy, he's gonna always be that guy. He gonna be good no matter what situation you give him. But I just want to set him in the best situation for him, right? So the best situation for him probably be not an Alabama, you know, but I'm sure they'll probably come calling as towards the end of his recruitment if they still see, like, because trust is all about value and trusting that he gonna be the guy. He gonna still be that guy. And like I just said, it's hard to know who's gonna elevate to that next level. So you taking chance on a smaller guy, you better be 100% sure that he can call the whole playbook himself.
Right.
You know, on the field. If he can't, then you got to slow his recruitment down and play it slowly. Make sure he's your guy, and then say, all right, this is our guy. We offer him late, and if he want us, we want him, type of stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't rush your recruitment on a kid like Tiger at that size.
Okay, so you're talking about it's two. See, as I always talk to kids about, it's two parts of recruiting. It's the part where you get offered and you want to show everybody, I got to go to Power 5, and then it's the other part when you get to the school and you walk in the locker room and you realize you got recruited by Power 5 and who else is in the locker room with you. You're talking about the second part too. When Tiger gets there, he's going to need a chance. You know what I'm saying? And that's right. You're looking.
But he's gonna need a benefit. He's not gonna just need a chance. He's gonna need the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna need somebody. You can make mistakes, Tiger. You can do that. We're not on you like that to make every throw perfect. We wanna grow with you. You know, he gotta be in a situation where they got his hand on him. They not pushing him out there like you either that or you not.
Right.
You know, he ain't on the chopping block like that.
No. That makes a lot of sense, man. If y'all just getting here, we talking to Josh from Generation Nexxt, man. Josh knows everything about football and work with it on 247 Sports. Does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Hey, give me like your top 5 teams in youth football right now. Any pound for pound.
All right, pound for pound, top 5. You got to go 1 ATL Voodoo, 8U, Coach Batman. They haven't Voodoo. Wow, yeah, they from Atlanta, man. They AU, but they knocked down that Pat Prime kid, that big Aiden kid, the one everybody was on the internet yammering about. Yeah, the yammering him kid. So they beat him the first year he was out there at 6, and then they dominated at 7, and they just continue to dominate in the fashion that they dominate in. It's hard not to get those kids their flowers right now, which I'm all for. Like, look, I don't care if you're 8 or 5. If you're doing it at a high level, give them your flowers now, because we don't know if we're gonna see you tomorrow.
ATL Voodoo 8U, right?
Yeah, ATL Voodoo 8U. That's Atlanta Elite. Atlanta Elite.
That's number 1, and that's number 5.
That'll be number 1.
That's number 1. Okay. Who number 2?
I go Central DeKalb, Lambeau. That's That'll be Coach Howard them over there. They have the only reason I go them number 2 is because they dominate in dominant fashion for the past 2 years, but they did take a loss in the national championship game a few years back at IMG. So that loss, if they had been winning all them years to now, it's like, yeah, but they took that loss in that national that kind of say like,
How
they
long
got
ago
some
that was?
kinks.
Who beat them at IMG?
2 years. 2 years ago, it was they
I
got
remember.
beat by a Texas team. Coach Trey, I can't
Okay.
remember Coach
I was
Trey. They
there
was
when
blue
they
though.
beat. Yeah, I was there when they beat the team out of Temple, and they had Little Blaze.
Yeah,
I was there when they beat them. They just beat up on my little homie Bryn them, but Bryn Davenport didn't play. Miramar,
yeah.
So you
they beat them boy at 41 skunk.
Right. Bryn didn't play. The quarterback ain't play. They walked in there dead to the water, and they learned something from that game. Honestly, they actually they you stand as the number 2 team pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
A giant. So
giant,
they was up a giant. So who we got number 3?
Number 3, I go Rare Breeze. Rare Breeze 11U. That's Coach Mark them.
Right.
Coach Mark, man, he been like, I would say probably the best recruiter in the world as far as like making a program attractive and attracting the right group of parents and the right group of people around. So they just got a real nice crop of kids and a real nice group over there. So that 11U Rare Breeze is gonna be real impossible or real tough to beat moving forward. The only reason they ain't number 1 is just because they had to get to this point, you know. They just kind of came out of nowhere a little bit a couple years ago. So we just got to see them continue to do it. But they push for that number 1 spot.
Okay, so all right, in the middle of this, shout out to Sean Rounds, man. He just gave us $20, man, $19.99. Sean donates all the time, man. Shout out to Sean Rounds. So who we got at number 4?
Big boy Sean, man. Appreciate you, Sean. Number 4, man. I'll say OG Ducks.
The big boys?
Yeah, I'll say 12U OG Ducks, man.
12U.
They haven't lost. They probably say they number 1. They gonna say like, but they ain't come to YNC last year to go against the real smoke. But they did dominate over there in AYF. So it was, and it's smoke over there. Don't get that confused. Like it's definitely good teams over there in AYF that play. So if you win that, like you got to get some kind of recognition, you know. Right. So they definitely ran through that. They ran through the nation. They got the best crop of players that I've seen at that level. So everybody else taking a little bit of kinks and bumps, but they haven't. So I'll leave them up there in the top 5, maybe 4 or 3 or something like that.
Who you got at 5?
5, I don't know, man. It's either 1 or 2 13U teams. Lauderhill Lions or Island Brave.
Lauderhill looked real good the other day, didn't they?
Man, Lauderhill been looking good all preseason. They went to Duval. They beat up on Duval Jags, and people like, but Duval Jazz nice. You see what they did over in Alabama. Like Duval Jazz is a nice team, you know. So now we're looking at them who beat Duval Jags. They also went up to Michigan, Detroit, to the Motor City and got down and beat up on Southfield. Ain't let them cross the 50, you know. So then they went, yeah. And then they went down to Texas, and even though DA took that loss, it ain't matter to them because they was gonna go play DA no matter if they beat Island Braves or not. So with that mentality, man, they doing what you would say, like, look, this is what a number 1 team look like. They really going out there and going to get that smoke and going to get it, and they winning. So they got to be up there in the top 5 somewhere, or Island Braves, one of the 2. I would say they both pushing for the number 1 spot in that 13U. But I'm gonna always give it to Lauderhill for the team who doing the most work.
You say the Island Braves?
Right now. Yeah, Island Braves out of California. It's a mixture. They used to be Cali Bears. They won national last year at AYF.
So Josh is attached to the Battle National Championship. In order to get in Battle,
I'm gonna test the Generation Nexxt. Battle is a great event. It's a great tournament. But just like any tournament, it's a tournament.
But that tournament, right? Do you have to be in the league to get in that tournament?
No, you just got to play 4 games together. So there's loopholes. The same loophole I used in Kansas City, right? So in Kansas City, you say like, we had a Kansas City team, right? Kansas City Outlaws. Shout out Coach Chuck. But to build this Kansas City Outlaw team, he's like, look, man, we got to go get players from all around the Midwest. So we went and got quarterback out of Arkansas. Kane came from Arkansas. You got Braxton Lindsey, the big receiver, offered from a few colleges right now. Also, he came out of Arkansas. We had a receiver out, y'all know Champ, out of Nebraska. Then we had our big boys out of Chicago. We had Big Ticket out of different places. I mean, you also had Wichita, Oklahoma City kids on the team. So I mean, they was loaded. Couple other kids from Arkansas on the team. So that team is loaded because it had all this Midwest talent on it, you know, and all these kids from all over. So it's more of an all-star team. These plug and play type of players. You know, if you got the right crop of players, then you can run your system through them. Like, you know, the game becomes a lot easier. It's come matting for you.
So you got to play 4 games together, you said. So you got to get all the kids together, and they got to play 4 games.
But you can play 3 at one tournament.
Yeah, I know. Miramar just plays 6 at 2 tournaments. So you're right. I mean, you could accumulate some games these days.
Real quick in a quick 2 weekends, and then y'all ain't got to come back together. They can all go play for they rec teams or for they local middle school teams, and as long as those teams not sending they rosters to battle, how would battle know? Right. You know, nobody's taking that time to do that. Go run down if this kid play for this small rec team. Look, is he on your roster, on your September 1st roster that you sent to us? And have y'all played 4 games? If you say yes to those 2 things, you eligible to be in the rankings. And in the rankings, you eligible for Generation Nexxt rankings. And once you rank in the top 8, then you automatically going. If you're in the top 10, then maybe there's a way for you to get in a wild card.
Gotcha.
But then all the top 8 teams don't always come. You know, some teams might go to NYF, so that might open it up for other teams.
Right. Listen, man, y'all got to give my boy Brian them, Najee them a shot, man, when they get Brian in the quarterback back, man. Give him another look.
Look, we don't give him another look, but shit, they got to go. They're going to get through their season. But again, it's all about, I wish the Hot Boys did better too. Like, if both of them teams was real strong, then we can say, look, by beating them and emerging the #1 team in South Florida, that got to mean something, you know?
Right. How did the Hot
Boys do?
Because this
is a hotbed.
How did the Hot Boys do? The Hot Boys play in the preseason up there?
Yeah, they played preseason. They just lost.
They just lost.
Man, look, South Florida struggle at the national level, man.
Recently it's been like that, bro. I've been telling
but
people
it's only because when you design something, it's like Mecha Godzilla. Like, everybody designing teams to beat South Florida in Georgia. Like, Georgia designed teams to beat South Florida. So when Georgia designed their teams and when it got getting kids from all over the area, we in the Midwest had to say, all right, they getting all the kids out of Atlanta. I gotta go, my net gotta be wider. I gotta expand to states. I gotta go to all the bordering states, Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska, Chicago, Illinois, you know, Memphis, Tennessee. I gotta go out and get all the players from that region because I have to equip myself to beat Georgia. And Georgia had to equip itself to beat South Florida, who was so fast and so deep. But now you can beat Florida easy because now everybody's equipped to beat Florida.
Yeah.
But Florida ain't changed.
Pulling. Yeah, they're not pulling. They're not pulling people. It's like they're pulling right from our pool. They're so talented, but they're just pulling from our pool. Just like, do you think this?
But I don't mind that because y'all pool's so big. The problem with it is like the pool is you get this disconnect. You get these. You can't have it both ways. And I think like Brent Davenport, I think like the Miramar Wolverines is gonna see you can't have it both ways. If you dominate your league, they're gonna either want you out of the league because it makes the league. Nobody want to play in a league that they know you're gonna win. And the only reason you're gonna win is because you're gonna go get the best players, but you have to do that to compete on a national scale. So imagine if Miramar go get the best players and then they beat everybody in their league by 50. The league is mad at them. They don't want that happening, especially AYFL. So the AYFL, they gonna figure out a way to say, look, man, nah, bro. Like, we don't need y'all in the league. Like Tamarack, 6U last year was trying to do. They're like, man, they kept. And then you got to understand, AYFL is a racket. Like, that's the most expensive league in the country.
He says a racket. Is it the most expensive?
in the country.
Wow.
In the country. And it's a local league, not attached to no nationals, right? It got its own cutoff that's different from everybody. That's how they keep a racket. Because everybody, I don't care, even me, right? I got a son, my son 5 years old, and he ain't playing football yet. But guess his birthday? July. And guess what? If I made him play football, if he played down here, he playing AYFL because I want to have an advantage. I don't give a damn. I'll be honest. I don't care. Everybody else would be lying and say, like, oh, I just taking AYFL because man, because your son is they rack up on the kids that's younger. Like I went to an AYFL game, 7U. I watched PPO. Great team. They beat up on Miramar, right? Now I went and asked the players their grades because I want to put them in my future 5-star database. And I'm getting all 3rd grade, 4th grade. I'm like, bro, y'all I gotta look at you against a 9U player.
Right.
Or 8U, an older 8U player. Now I gotta look at you as at a different level. The 3rd graders, y'all are 8Us in every other realm in the country because they go by school cutoff. So most of the time the kids are in the right grade. So 7U would be 1st grade. 8U would be 2nd grade. 8U would be 3rd grade. So 7U would be 1st grade. 2nd grade. 6U would be 1st. But in AYFL, most of them kids, 7U is 3rd grade. And some of them 4th grade.
They keep
because
they always keep their ages like that. Right.
But that's how they rack up on all the people. Just like me, I would travel out of where I live at to play in AYFL just so my kid have the advantage.
I get what you're saying. I get it.
And it's mental. It ain't like I'm doing it nothing. No, I'm just a father, bro, and I want my best for my son. I ain't finna stick him in a FYFL. And even though they cutoffs are proper and it's more competitive on that side of stuff when it comes down to being nationally competitive, they got a easier end. They affiliated with a national league.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, as a father, I don't care. It's about my child experience. Until I see the potential in my son that he could go to the league. Only at like 9U, 10U, 11U. At that moment, then I'm gonna say, you know what? Go play with them. Let me see how you do. Oh, you got real potential. Now we can get behind that. Gotcha. And do something more behind that. But I'm not the type to just push my son in something and go hard in that. Like, bud, figure it out. If you want to go, put you in the best position for a father. And then the secondary would be, hey, okay, damn, you got some talent. Let's see how we can go with it. Maybe we might have to move to the FYFL later to get that smoke.
Right. A lot of parents aren't they aren't realistic with their child's talent. They act like they can't judge their child. Everything is potential. If they give my son a shot. Listen, bro, I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. You gotta do this more often, man. I hope you have your days free like this, man. I hit you up more often, man.
Appreciate man. I'm usually back here, man. I'm usually sitting in front of a computer, man, working my butt off, coding and putting these kids in and just working, man, working for the industry.
Man say he code. Listen, you got a few properties out there. Tell the people where they can find some of your stuff, your website, your future file. Tell the people where they can find it.
www.future5star.com. That's our youth property. We starting to follow the kids at a young age so we can get them more value as they move on to our high school property, which is the On3 network. And all those kids are building value on their social media platforms and through other ways to increase their value. The point is to get these kids to the $1 million realm, right? If the average kid is at $1 million, then we're doing something right. So that's the point, man. We want to get these kids their value up. So follow on3.com, follow Generation Nexxt at mygenerationnexxt.com and Future 5-star. That's where all the babies at. That's where all the kids at. And we have about 3 million views. So the kids watching themselves, man. And that's one thing that we try to do, produce content that the kids enjoy.
Future 5-star. So it's all words. Say it again for them.
Yeah, all words, future5star.com.
Gotcha.
All words.
Gotcha.
And go ahead and type that in. It'll pop up. And hopefully, man, if we get enough traction, it'll be coming out.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, y'all have a great day, man.
All right, bro. We'll talk. That's Josh, man, from Generation Nexxt. Josh lived in Kansas City. I think he's back in South Florida area right now. Real smart dude, man. Real smart dude. We didn't even get to half the stuff that me and him talk about, bro. We can get real deep when it comes to that stuff. Especially marketing and branding and those things. Listen, man, 786-405-9449. If y'all want to get down with the IOD squad, 786-405-9499. We want to get down with the IOD squad. Tomorrow we should be back at practice, bro. Couple things happened. I think Chaney, everybody was asking, like, what happened to Chaney? He walked out of practice? No, man. I heard he walked to the cooling system porter trailer. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. Now nobody walked out of practice. So listen, bro, I'm gonna run up out of here, man. If you want to get involved, like we added one-on-one sessions when it comes to investing and to the link. So just click the link. You can get involved ILD squad, or you can sign up for a one-on-one session. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, man. Listen, bro, I'm D, man, and don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here.